Okay guys, I wasn't planning on making a video till Monday. I just thought this was important and I wanted to get this up kind of quick. I think it's possible we could have found a temporary bottom and we could actually have some upside. This has to do with the Dow Jones chart and also Tether actually. And by the way, I keep my voice down. It's kind of early here. I don't want to wake up the kitty cat. But remember guys, if you want to access these live charts, my website is the link's pinned in the first comment description. And remember guys, I use BitGet to do leverage trading. If you want to use my BitGet affiliate link, that's pinned in the first comment description. And if you want to watch this video, this is me learning how to use BitGet. This is simulated trades, so you can get comfortable with the platform. USDT is fake money, so you can put in a stop loss, long and short, see how much you would have made or lost. When you get comfortable, then you can actually go to the actual platform and start trading. I'll put a link up this video now if you want to check it out. So let me get into this guys. So I'm going to explain this chart, why this is a strong support level and why this is the next support. So if this breaks, this is next point to long. I'm going to go into detail and I'll give you some upside targets as well. If you watched the last video guys, I'll put a link up to the video now. I was telling you, and I've been talking about this blue line and this red line on the M1 chart for quite a while. This is on the 3 hours, so you can see how we've been respecting this red line. In that video I said, look, your strongest resistance is 31,840. This line is an upward angle. That price gets higher over time. But I said, look, this is a very strong resistance. If it can't get above that, we have some downside, at least to this point. This is this chart, the same chart in a 3 hour. Notice we pushed up to that red line. Again guys, very strong resistance. I have your support and resistance levels already mapped out. So you know where to short. And if you had access to this chart, when you got down to this point, you knew where to long. So I'm going to show you why I do think there's some upside. This is the, again, this is the daily. And you see we got a nice bounce. When we hit this point, we pushed up a total of, what, 8, almost 9%. It's come down just a little bit. This is the published version of this chart. It's published on March 26. This is that white line I told you it's short every time we hit it. It said we broke below this ring, we'd capitulate. Take note, this line right down here is where we found support. By the way, this is published on March 26. You see we hit support right here and pushed up. So because this is a strong support level, right? And I'm going to show you the Dow Jones and Tether as well. And I made a tweet, guys. If you are signed up to my chart, you get access to our Discord and Twitter. And we found support on the C1BD chart, and we found support on the M1 chart, right? Well, on top of that, the price of Tether was actually dropping, but you can see Tether started pushing up. So this is one indicator, right? So we found support on a very strong support level. Tether pushed up, right? So that's somewhat bullish. And then we'll come back to the C1BT chart where we found support as well. I'll give you some price targets too. But what I want to make you aware of, and this is very important, remember Bitcoin follows the indices, right? So if the indices come down, this is the Dow Jones. If the indices drop more, well, we know if we drop below this point, we have a lot more downside. But this is going to be very strong support. So if you play the Dow Jones, S&P, or the NASDAQ, you might want to put in some calls when the market's open, because I think we could get a push up. But let me show you why. So this is what I call double support. So this right here, this is a trend line we're respecting. This should hold as support, but the most important support level is right here, right? So I'm going to follow this back and just show you why this is such a strong support level. This is actually a fib channel line. So I'm going to pull this back. I know there's a lot of chop. If I had this on Wix, you could see how it respected it more, but it's harder to see. But if I keep bringing this back, you can see how well price has been respecting this. Got a perfect touch here, 2019. We go further back, it was support. This is January 22nd, 2019. We go further back. You can see all of the support and resistance is 2017, right? Resistance. And we go even further back. And I'm just showing you, when you have a fib channel line, price is respecting going way back. That shows you how strong of a support and resistance level that is. This goes all the way back to 2013. That's just showing you how strong of a support and resistance level that is. And what I'm getting at is it's possible that we could hold support on this trend line, on these two fib channel lines, which I call double support. And that means we could possibly push up from this point. This is right around 31,640. And remember, guys, we watched previous videos, I was talking about this ring. And once we break this, I think we have much more downside, but that does not mean we can't get a bounce. So we could get a bounce up to 32,748, which means we'll have some upside for Bitcoin. Obviously, if the Dow breaks below 31,656, well, we have much more downside. But just want to make you aware, with the price of Tether pushing back up, close to being pegged to $1, and seeing that we're a strong support with the Dow, and because we just found support here, this could push up a bit. So let me give you some, let me check the Dow currently. So the Dow is down 204 points. So that puts us right on par with this target. If the Dow is down 300 to 400 points, we've already broke this point. Bitcoin's probably going to come down more. So let me cover this, guys. So this is where we found support. I can follow this line back. You can see this goes back since the beginning of Bitcoin. This was, you see right here, it was support and resistance. This was 2020. Let's go further back. It was tested as support and resistance. This was 2015. You see we got almost a perfect touch here. This was in 2015 as well. And if we go all the way back, you can see it was also support and resistance 2013. So a very strong support and resistance level going back since the beginning of Bitcoin. That's why we caught a bounce there. But I do want to show you if that point breaks. Wow, that's so far back. Hold on. I didn't plan this out too well, guys. I just want to get this out pretty quick. So again, strong support. Oh my God. Okay. So again, if this does break, all right, because it's possible we could come back down and we could test it again. This might be a point to put another long. If this does break, though, guys, we have a support level just below. All right, down here around 24,257, and we know that price has been respecting this because this is where I caught a top up here at 67,000. These are these lines every time. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see this. Every time we hit one of these lines in this fib channel, price is rejected, price is rejected, price is rejected, price was rejected here. It was support and resistance. And this was that line that told you to short every time we hit it. Well, you can see right here, this line that was previously resistance, well, that will flip as support. That's why I'm saying we have two very strong support levels. Now, I do believe eventually these will break, and we are coming down to test the 200 weekly, potentially the 300 weekly. But I just want to show you why I think it's possible this could have some upside. Your first point to watch, well, we know that 28,782, these are the lowest points we dropped. This was on 22nd of January 2021. This was the 21st of June 2021. So we're below that point. But again, guys, the price is dropping. This is going to push up at some point to retest a resistance level. So this is one to watch. If we get above that, guys, we'll just like I've been talking about this this red fib channel line. This is very strong resistance. So an ideal point, if we pushed up, I'm not saying we have to, but if we pushed up, an ideal point to take your profit would be around 32,518. And we know that this white line, every time we hit it, guys, this is where I told you to short at 48,316, told you to short at 46,500, told you to short at 43,000, and more recently told you to short at 40K. Well, we know if we push up, that's going to be the next point to short. So if we go sideways, and make contact, this right here is the 27th of May. Well, you would short 35,858. If it's out here, you would short 35,000. But again, I'm just showing you these fib channel lines have been respected as resistance. They'll also be respected as support. So again, your current strongest support right now, 25,400. And if that does break, the next point to long is 24,139. Again, all your macro support and resistance levels are on the M1 chart. Guys, let's see here. So it looks like we're in some kind of falling wedge. It's kind of hard to nail this down, but you can see we found support on the C1BD chart. If you have matching support and resistance levels on different charts, charted different ways, that's likely that you will either find support or get rejected. So what we want to see is if we can get above this trend line here, this currently resistance around 28,043. These are more, the C1BD chart is more for smaller targets, so your next resistance above to potentially short would be 28,935. If we push up, your next resistance is 30,334, and your strongest resistance, you can see that every time we hit this line, we got rejected. Twice, 3 times. So that's very, very strong resistance right here at 31,660. So just want to give you key support and resistance levels to smaller time frames. Let me go through this, guys. So currently Tether is pushing up, so that is somewhat bullish. Again, 3 indicators: strong support on the M1 chart, Dow Jones coming up on strong support. So Tether pushing up, strong support, Bitcoin, and coming down for strong support for the Dow Jones. So when the market's open, see if we get a bounce around 31,656. That would be bullish. Guys, this was a chart that I actually made this chart. This is published on November 14, 2021. I made a video about this. I'm gonna show you how this played out, but I still think it's very possible. When I created this chart, this yellow fib circle, I compared it with this blue fib circle, and it told me, and again, I was expecting, see this cross ring drop. When we crossed this ring here, we had a drop. That's why I was very confident we crossed this point, we would drop. And I do think if it gets bad, I think the lowest we would go would be down here around 10,500. But if I hit play, look how this played out. I mean, ever since we crossed this point, we've been coming down. This is the video I put out about this chart. If you want to watch this video, I'll put a link up to it now. But if you, it just makes sense. I go into detail why I think it's very possible that this could be the lowest point we go. So if you want to find out why that's the case, go back and watch that video. Let's see here. So this is the H1 chart. Just want to show you your if we drop, your next support level is 26,636. Currently, we're teetering on this line here. It looks like it's currently support 27,582. Next resistance 20,432. Next strong resistance 29,264, and very, very strong resistance at 30,494. So go back and try to see if there's matching targets on those charts. Those are likely points to get rejected. Find support or resistance. And this is the C1 chart. You can see that our next resistance above is 28,093, and your next resistance above is 29,000. This is currently your support, 27,168. But guys, that's pretty much it. The main takeaway from this video is 25,364 is currently strong support. If that breaks, you have a support level just below at 24,361. The price of Tether is going up. Dow Jones almost has support, so this could have some legs to the upside. And just remember, we need to get above 28,782. If we do, 32,518. Likely point to take your profit. If we did push above, this is definitely the point you want to take your profit. And that's close to 36,000 depending when you make contact. But guys, that's it. Remember, again, if you want to access these charts, the website's the link's pinned in the first comment in the description. And again, if you use my BitGet affiliate link, that's also pinned in the first comment description as well. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.